Shalom, shalom, Akim. His brother Kamal Mahar here back at it again. First thing first, we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahawar Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders on his true from. Blessings to the Akim out there preaching his word with heart and sincerity. Blessed 144,000, 1/3 entirely. The first kingdom of heaven, House David, the Biaf, Dawadah. And shalom, you brothers out there speaking different tongues and looking different nations. Shalom to you, brothers. So today, brothers, just want to get a little quick hit. My videos are more on comfort, uplifting. I go into prophecy from time to time, which I have no problem with that. But it's my lot to uplift and use the scriptures for comfort, brothers. And I definitely wanted to get into, even though we this is not our rest, we have to use the world and not abuse the world. But also we also have to work in order to eat. And we got to still do the ministry. We still got to feed the sheep, highways and hedges with your brothers, go to work, take care of your family. And then there's also some things that brothers have vices to. Brothers got businesses, and that's okay. You got to do what you got to do to survive on this side. And there's some goals brothers might want to go for. Not a problem. That's not an issue. Sometimes, man, there's always like my last video was like going into Micah 2:10. You know what I mean? Like depart, this is not your rest. Because it's a sore pollution and it will destroy you. Basically, it's a sore destruction. Roughly paraphrasing. Well, yeah, that's cool. That's going into like, you know what I mean? Like for example, when I was saying in my last video, you know what I mean? You want to be in a position where, where you're like not like, you know what I mean, thriving to a point where you're like you're hoping that Babylon stays around. You got a 5 to 10 year plan. You trying to, make investments that's going to be 20 years down the line. Like, no, like you just doing what you got to do for the moment, knowing that at some given point it will be taken away due to prophecy. You know what I mean? Jacob's trouble, the microchip, you know what I mean? Not going to be able to buy and sell. Like all those things you got going on right now will at some point come to a halt. Esau coming like a flood. You know what I mean? Digital IDs and all that extra stuff. And like, you know what I mean? Not be able to go on YouTube, family of the word. Like what you got going on this side that's prosperous for the moment. We have to keep our minds on the fact that it's for the moment. But at the same time, go ahead and ball out and do your thing knowing that. So that way, when you know that, then you are using the world, not abusing the world. And then your mindset is more focused on the kingdom, but you're just doing what you got to do on this side until the Lord brings it down. And so when you move like that, it keeps a good mental balance between the scriptures and vanity of this world. That's all. But my video, brothers, was getting into do with all thy might. If you at your job, do your thing. Give it your all. Work extra hours if you got to get some more money or so. You know what I mean? Maybe your kids might need more Pampers, or you might need more money to pay your mortgage, or you just want to make some more money to get more surplus to give yourself a little bit more of leeway. Remember, money is a defense, right? The love of money is a root of all evil. We don't love money, but we need it as a defense. It's a wise thing to go for it and to keep yourself at bay. And just make sure the Lord is in your mind while you're doing so, and you can go ahead and do what you gotta do. There's nothing wrong with making a lot of money. There's some brothers out here that make a lot of bread, as they should. You know what I mean? Like, why not? You know what I mean? Like for example, brothers might have the knowledge of being an electrician, so they got like LLC now where they can make really great money going from house to house, fixing wires or messing with the electrician. Carpenters Union. Yahweh Shah was a carpenter. That's a really good field to be in as a trade to make some really good money, right? And also, brothers, you gotta understand, money it's only defense. But don't look at it like, you know what I mean, like it's something wrong. Like if I get rich, the Lord not dealing. No, if you're really good at what you do and it comes with making a lot of money, well, that's fine. You know what I mean? Just had a Lord in your mind and know the Lord is in control of all things and with the money and things of that nature. And it's okay. But go hard, man. If you're good at what you do, go hard at it and give it your all, give it your best. That's all, man. So let me Start at with Ecclesiastes 9. It's going to be a quick hit, but I'm going to let the Spirit do. Ecclesiastes 9, starting at 10. It says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might, for there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. Right. So you might as well. It's like, all right, well, okay, cool. I'm on this job. I have an opportunity to make some more money and to thrive. So, or there might be a situation where you can do extra things to put yourself in position to get promoted or something. All right, well, go for it. If you know the qualifications to get promoted, to make yourself better than what you got going on right now, and we're in a society where it's not shut down yet because the prophecy didn't kick in yet, or then go ahead and proceed on what you had to do. Do the qualifications on how it's going to work. Get your promotion. If you have the skill set to bring in 20 to 30,000 a month, go and do it. Ball out. Why not? Why not hedge a more defense? There's some bumps in the road. We are not in our kingdom. You got insurances, you got bumps on the road. It could be a bad tire, your engine can blow, however it can go. Things happen around the home. Why not have some money to be able to take care of it? Because it is a defense. It's nothing wrong with having some money and living good for yourself. Why not? At the same time, though, cool. I got a nice car. I got a nice crib. Cool. I'm going to enjoy it until the Lord seen how we shine down and it's all over. And we got to be pilgrims and we move on. We do what I do. It's nothing wrong with balling out and doing what you got to do for yourself. And do good for yourself. It says go hard. Why not? Because you might as well do it now. Because if you die, there's no work in the grave. There's no wisdom. There's no nothing. It's a wrap after that. So why not go hard? This is kind of like a spiritual YOLO in a way, in such of a concept. Not like that. Do it. You do what you want. No, but I'm like, as far as like, I'm sorry, Salakia, not a YOLO, but like, live or do things like it might be your last day. Salakia, that would be like the best way of going about it. It's like a spiritual way of saying that. When I was playing football, the coach would say, play every down, play every game like it's your last one, or you might not get another one. Now, granted, I sometimes played like that, but sometimes I didn't. But at the same time, it's real. I used to hear that. You got to remember, if you really, I'm speaking to myself too, because I got sometimes sometimes I'm slothful in certain things, lazy or procrastination or so. But when you think about it though, if you go about it like, I might not be here tomorrow, so why not give my best foot forward right now? And then if I'm here tomorrow, then boom, what I did yesterday is going to catapult me to move forward, to do what I was trying to achieve and go hard at it. You know what I mean? So why not? But the Lord even tell you to do that, right? So, hey, man, I'm going to read it again. Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with all thy might, for there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. Now, cool. Now, simultaneously, before I get to my one of my last precepts, let's go to Psalms 17, because I'm actually reading Psalms now all the way through. It's David. It says, is it 17? Psalm 16, Psalm 16, it says, in 11, it said, thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence, there is fullness of joy. At thy right hand, there are pleasures forevermore. Now, actually, that's a really dope preset, but I actually didn't want that. I actually wanted, which is fire. That's actually amazing. But I know what I wanted. I wanted the book of Matthew. The book of Matthew, I believe 5 is somewhere at the bottom. Okay, Matthew is 6. Matthew 6 and 5. It says, but seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Right. So if you pursuing the Lord first, you got to remember the Lord is in control of all things. So if you seek the Lord first, and then, you give the Lord his portion, as we should, like I'm doing right now, and other sincere brothers, feeding the sheep, comforting, being brotherly. This is also charity. Do those things and then pursue whatever it is you got going on. It's nothing for the Lord to bless your hand on what you got going on, right? So seek the kingdom and then go ahead and seek that, and then go ahead and try to do your carpenter thing, your electrician thing, your real estate thing, or whatever it is you got going on. And then the Lord will bless your hand. That's how the Lord deals. That's how the Lord is. It's just the way it goes. The Lord said that all things shall be added unto you. This is twofold. It's on this side and the other side. You know what I mean? When the kingdom of heaven comes, even on this side for right now, as long as it's not being destroyed yet, which soon will be, society and economics and the civilization of society and how things are just seem to be a little normal. Not for long, but as it's normal for now, go ahead and do your thing. That's all. And let me end this with this, brothers, for comfort, man. Listen, because, before I end my last precept, sometimes, man, when I first came in this truth, brothers, I was like, I was following GMS brothers, which they had the truth. But it was, a lot of their behaviors and, a lot of how they was feeling, how they were moving, like they called them bump camps, and brothers didn't really, I'm not going to say all, but, some brothers that I follow, I seen how they wouldn't they stopped caring about the grooming, or they wouldn't really pursue, things for themselves to develop and evolve a little bit on this side. And it was like, forget it. I'm going to get in the kingdom. You know what I mean? But the Lord don't want you homeless. The Lord don't want you to just be all be unwise. That's a little unwise. I'm not going to go for the high paying job. Because this is not our rest. Yeah, it's just unwise. Brothers got kids. You got to evolve on this side until the Lord shut it down. If the Lord didn't shut it down, then there's no reason why you're not trying to evolve, or at least trying to better yourself to create a better defense when things go wrong. There's always going to be some bumps on the road in this truth, chastisement, but you also got to use wisdom too, brothers. So Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 14 and 11 and 12. It says, my son, according to thy ability to do good to thyself, and give the Lord his due offering. Remember that death will not be long in coming, and that the covenant of the grave is not showed unto thee. See, now that's like how I was talking about earlier when I was playing football. I was like, play every down like it's your last one, because you might not get another one, and play every game like it's your last, because it could be your last one. You can tear your knee up, roll your ankle, you can get a concussion, you can get paralyzed. Anything can go wrong in sports to where you once was prospering, and then you just not able to do it anymore. And the Lord took that from you because you had your time, or not. Some brothers get opportunity to retire. I did. And see it all the way through, but you might not though. So at least play like it could be your last one and give it your all. That's all it's really saying right now. You know what I mean? And also it says, and the covenant of the grave is not showed unto you. So you don't know when your day is or how it's going to go. So while you're in the moment able to do what you can do, you might as well just give it your best shot. That's all, brothers, man. I brought this out as this edifying to you, brothers, Lord willing. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Bahara Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders on his true form. Yahweh, he is to be, he exists. Bahashem in the name and only begotten Son, the Lord and Savior, Yahushua. Baha and the Holy Spirit of Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders again. Double honor to sincere brothers that's actually doing his work with whole heart, true sincerity. Shalom to you brothers out there that's elect. The first fruits kingdom of heaven, house of David, the Biafta would die. And Shalom, brothers out there is doing his work, speaking different tongues and looking different nations. Shalom to you, brothers.